Are the parents genetically health tested?
All my dogs are embark tested.
Okay, do you do any OFA?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't. Never have. Never will. I've discussed it with 2 different vets. I'm not a show breeder. I breed for family pets. It's my own personal opinion what I feel about it, because you can have parents that have great hips, excellent hips, good hips, fair hips. These dogs have litters anywhere from 6 to 10 puppies. There's no guarantee that they're going to be hips just like their parents.
Okay.
So I have my own opinion on the OFA.
Okay.
So I don't do it, never have. I've spoken to my vet about it, and he basically says the same thing. I'm not a show breeder. I don't, that's just my personal opinion. Some people do it, some people don't. Oh, there's people out there that breed them and don't even test them, but I test them. My dogs are all tested, except for the OFA.
Okay. How old is the mom?
Depending on which one. They're all over the age 2.
How many litters do you usually...
I've been breeding for 24 years. I have 30 dogs on my property. I live out in the country. I have a huge facility that's got a 3 fenced-in yards. It's got an air conditioning unit in it, a house furnace. I've done this for a long time.
Okay.
These dogs, when I say 30 dogs, that doesn't mean 30 breeding dogs. That means I have 30 dogs. So you're talking about dogs that I've kept out of my own litters and that are growing up. But everybody that is 4 months old or older is counted as an adult. I'm USDA, I'm state licensed, and I'm AKC kennel inspected.
Okay.
Mine are American.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
American Pembroke Cardigan.
Oh, okay, so American Corgis, they're a mix, right?
Yes, ma'am. Just
Okay.
like a cowboy corgi, except with a different breed.
Okay, so what are the parents?
What are you looking for?
I'm not really sure. I'm just looking for a Corgi.
Okay, the American or CKC, because that is a mixed breed registration. My purebred, of course, are AKC. Are you looking for female or male?
Female.
Female?
Yes.
Solid, burl, fluffy, standard coat?
Merle.
Well, right now, I only have 2 litters that are 2.5 weeks old that I have tested for coat. The other testing is in the mail. I probably won't receive my results until Tuesday on the other 3 litters that I have. That all came at me in 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So, it's been busy.
How many litters do you have?
I have 5.
Oh, okay.
So, yep, they all came at one time. They all bred at the same time because all their heat cycles came in at the same time. Do I like having 5 litters at once? No, that's a lot of work.
I bet.
So, one is an AKC litter, so there's no merles in that. And then the last one was, I've got some merles in there, but I don't know if they're standard coat or if they're fluffies yet until I get the results back.
Okay, what's the difference between standard coat and fluffy?
Standard coat is short coat. Fluffies have the long hair.
Okay, so they shed more probably.
No, they shed less.
Oh, okay.
So, a lot of people don't know that. But they're a little more maintenance than the standard coat for brushing purposes because they have longer hair.
Right.
Yes.
How do you get the Merle color?
You get the Merle because with an American, where it starts is they breed a cardigan with a Pembroke. And they keep a puppy, and they let it grow, and then they breed that puppy, and then they keep a puppy out of that one and let it grow. So what basically we're doing is you breed that cardigan color into the Pembroke because we all know that Pembroke come in tri, sable, and red. So then you're bringing the Merle into the Pembroke size and
was interested in your Koi dog puppies.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, hey, I was wondering, what kind of dog are they mixed with?
The mom is a pure coyote and the dad is a Czechoslovakian Belgian.
A Czechoslovakian what is it?
Czechoslovakian Velchek.
Oh, okay.
It's not a very common breed.
No.
Look up Czechoslovakian dog. It'll probably come up. Velchek is Vlciak. Vlciak, yeah. I think I said that right.
Okay. They kind of look like a wolf, too. Oh.
They're really just... I like to consider them a very specifically and differentiated lineage of German Shepherds.
Oh, okay.
So they have a different look to them. They have a slightly different structure, different coloration. But it is a breed. There's no wolf DNA in them, no more than a regular German Shepherd. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like they're wolf dogs or anything.
Okay.
The personalities do differ a little bit from German Shepherds too, but it is still also kind of similar.
Gotcha. And so what made you start breeding them with the coyotes?
So a couple things. This is our third litter of Koi dogs. The same female has produced all three litters, the same female coyote. But we were previously breeding pure coyotes for a few generations.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up talking to a couple of people about Koi dogs used in movies and commercials and things like that, and how they prefer working with Koi dogs versus pure coyotes, just for trainability and ease of working with them.
Mm-hmm.
And we were breeding wolf dogs at that point, and the wolf dog market is kind of atrocious, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So we started looking into considering Koi dogs and what it would take to breed a dog that looks like a coyote, has coyote genetics, but is more biddable and trainable. We were able to then regain possession of one of our previous female puppies, coyote puppies.
Uh-huh.
That was then at that point 2 years old. And so we placed her with a male dog and were able to successfully get a litter for our first litter of Koi dog. Now that litter, that stud, we used 2 years in a row for basically one reason. He is a Pomeranian Husky Eskimo mix. Produced some stunning pups, do great in their homes that they've all been in. 2 of them are actually trained and working in the film industry. But they didn't quite have the overall structure and look that we wanted. Still beautiful dogs, just a little more dog than coyote looking, if that makes sense. And then this year came around, and we had reintroduced the Czech to the coyote, and everything went well. And so we did indeed breed her to the Czech this year. The reason we actually went with the Czech, we actually bought him from a zoo as a Koi dog. Like they were selling him as a Koi dog. They did not have genetic testing on him though, but they were advertising him as a Koi dog. They had him running with their wolf dog. And we immediately did the genetic testing, and I was like, okay, well, his personality is great. His look is great. So at best, he is a Koi dog. At worst, he's a mutt that has the look and personality that we want. Mm-hmm. We actually severely lucked out and ended up getting a purebred Czech. Since we have gotten him, I have actually been able to trace the exact litter he came from. Really, the Czech is an awesome choice for the Koi dogs. These puppies look like straight up coyotes.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they're going to make good like house pets?
It depends on your house. Mm-hmm. It depends on your previous dog experience. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be dogs. I can tell you that much right now.
Okay.
It will be significantly different than having a dog. A lot of similarities, but it's going to be different. Probably, the biggest things with a Koi dog to expect is they are probably only going to be comfortable around a limited number of people. Strangers are probably not going to be, something that they're just going to run up to all willy-nilly. Mm-hmm. But people that they know and people that they see on a regular basis, they'll probably be good with.
Okay.
New environments, things like that, as long as they're, exposed and get that exposure therapy and get, am I trying to say, socialized properly, that will go a long way. And it's better to start that as early as you can. Start taking them out into public and doing things like that, meeting other dogs, meeting other people, new situations, new places, new things, etc.
Right.
They are going to be slightly larger than coyotes. They have only been pulled inside for a few days at this point.
They live outside?
Well, Mom lives outside the coyote. So they're 4 weeks old now, and we pulled them in at about 3 weeks and 3 weeks and 2 days old or something like that. From the past couple of litters, the training has been really easy. They're very, very smart. Sometimes stubborn, but quite smart. And then there's been some differences with the past pups of, what strengths they might have. One of them is really good with like long distance training, like away from people, specifically markers from like running from point A to point B, like on a movie set. Whereas the other one is better with, like up close, like close-up tricks and stuff like that. And like jumping onto a mark or, placing and things like this. Another puppy lives in a home with just, she actually has 2 other koi dogs and some other dogs. And just as kind of a pet, she wanted another F1 koi dog specifically versus her low content, just so she could do some more learning and stuff, because she's doing coyote education. And then we have another one that was placed that just lives in his home with his family. Growing up, this is just from last year. Growing up, the owner works on a farm that has a coffee shop, and they do a lot of public events. And he grew up just running around with all the different people and everything, and did great while he was a little bit younger. But as he's gotten older, he does amazing with the family. But people that he doesn't see on a regular basis, he just kind of hides in the corner.
Gotcha.
But he's amazing with their other dogs and with the family and things like that. And they do have a small kid, and he does live in the house.
Okay.
They are going to be a little bit less destructive than what you would think a wolf dog would be, but that's definitely still possible. Because they're so smart, and because of their like instincts coming from the coyote side, they need to be provided with stimulation in the form of training, things to do, puzzles. It's not just a dog that's just going to kind of lay around on your couch all the time.
Gotcha.
Active, I guess.
Are they like legal to have?
It depends on where you live. Where do you live?
I'm in Logan, Ohio.
Oh, so in Ohio, they are legally just considered dogs.
Okay.
No permit required, no additional documentation, nothing at all. You just have to get them a dog license.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And like, will the regular vets like see them?
Yes, probably. My advice to you would be to call it a German Shepherd mix. Or in this particular case, all of our previous koi dogs I call German Shepherd mixes, even though they had a very tiny amount of German Shepherd in them. But in this case, I would just call it a Czechoslovakian Belgian.
Right.
Nope. And the reason I say that is because it's not going to be any different than a regular domestic dog. But some vets get weird when, like, they'll get weird with even like wolf dogs or,
Yeah.
So I just recommend that people just put a mixed breed, or like I said, in this case, I would just call them Czech.
Okay. Yeah.
Just so you don't have to deal with that. Now, I will say last year I took a puppy to go get a health certificate, and I put German Shepherd mix down, and immediately upon the vet tech seeing it, they're like, "Oh my God, is that a coyote?" And I was like, she was like, "It looks exactly like this little coyote. That's so cool." And I'm like, "Okay, well, yeah, they are koi dogs." I was like, "Their mom's a coyote. Their dad's a dog." But they were fine with it. But I made the appointment and I didn't tell them before I walked in the door.
Yeah.
So that depends on your vet and your relationship with your vet.
Right.
I just recommend maybe avoiding it.
Okay.
And people get weird about coyotes too. So
yeah. Do they live like a long time?
Yeah, lifespan is going to be the same as a dog or a coyote. A coyote in the wild doesn't live all that long. We're talking, 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
So
And,
normal, lifespan for a larger breed dog.
Do they need to get like the same like kinds of vaccines as a regular dog too?
Yep, same vaccination schedule, same deworming, flea medication, heartworms, preventative. Literally, medical care is absolutely no different than a dog.
Okay. Would I be able to breed them?
We are not allowing breeding rights at this time.
Okay.
Just because, primarily because it's a lot of effort, for one. There's not a huge market for koi dogs, for two. So the wolf dog, I don't know if you know anything about wolf dogs, but the wolf dog market is completely overly saturated.
Yeah.
Everybody and their brother breed wolf dogs. Nobody does it right. Well, very few people do it right. There's no rhyme or reason for breeds that are being mixed in. Pairing decisions. They're just putting two dogs together and they're making puppies.
Yeah.
There is only 3, depending on how you look at it. There's only 3, possibly only 2 koi dog breeders in the United States. Myself, somebody else in Ohio, and then there's a guy down in Arkansas, I think. One of my koi dogs from 2 litters ago is under contract with somebody for breeding, but she lives in British Columbia. Okay. Canada. So that's kind of not the same. But she's the one that works in the film industry. So that was a bit of a different thing. Now,
I saw like all the other animals that you have too, like foxes and possums and stuff, and I just thought it was kind of cool. Like I've always been into wildlife and stuff like that, and thought it would maybe be something that I would want to get into one day.
Yeah, no, totally understand. Honestly, a koi dog is not a bad starting point if you have appropriate expectations. We're not the kind of breeder to like gatekeep ownership. I believe that anybody can own anything as long as they're willing to do what they need to do in order to take care of it, and are willing to deal with the positives and the negatives.
Yeah.
We bought a koi dog from a breeder up in Canada. Kind of the worst experience I've ever had. It was skittish and unsocialized and could not be trained, could not be handled. Like the absolute worst. Like they did not put any time and effort into socialization when it was younger, but also they clearly didn't, like they weren't making good decisions when they were breeding animals either. Like it came to find out that both the parents were basically unhandleable.
The price is $2,000?
That's correct. Deposit's $200.
Okay.
And then the rest would be due at pickup. Okay. And you can pick up directly from us if you choose. And then also in about 2 weeks, I'm planning a transport for some delivering of some other animals of ours that's going all the way over into Pennsylvania and down to Florida. So we might be able to include you on that transport. Obviously, if it's a transport and we're delivering, it would be a slight fee, but you could just drive to us yourself as well.
Okay. And when will they be ready? You said that's
I'm saying 2 weeks.
And how old will they be then?
Weeks.
Like 6 weeks?
They'll be 6 weeks old.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will say that for your purposes, as buying it, and you're just going to need to get a dog permit. But for my purposes, selling them, they're considered F1 hybrid, so I can sell them at 6 weeks, which is better for them to get into their new homes versus the Ohio dog 8-week rule, which I don't know how familiar you are with those laws, but I can sell them earlier because they're F1.
I gotcha.
Yeah, otherwise dogs aren't legally allowed to leave until 8 weeks old.
Yeah. Calling about your Catahoula puppies?
Yes.
Yeah, you still have some available?
Yes, I have 2 available.
Okay.
These puppies are ready to go. I was thinking about them today. They're getting bigger. From 6 weeks to 8 weeks, they really shoot up, So they're getting pretty big, and it's hard for me to turn them out. They're in a really good-sized pen, but I always like to have my puppies running around, My yard is 3.5 acres, but I have a mare that got injured, and we've got the screwworms here now in this county. And so I have to keep her up, and I don't want those puppies to get stepped on.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no.
They're both males, the ones that are available.
Okay. And how much are they?
$600.
Okay.
Do you have another dog?
No, not yet.
It's really good to have another dog around them that's older. Especially if you take a male, get a female. And that way there's no competition for pack leader or anything down the road.
Yeah.
So that's really important because they are really heavy on being the boss.
So would I be able to get the 2 males? Both
they're
of them?
eventually they might start fighting. You know what? If you neuter them, it's typically not a problem. These people get aggravated because they talk about food aggression with certain dogs.
Mm-hmm.
All dogs have food aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Deer, horses, cattle, coons, everything is about leadership and pecking order. I watch my horses.
Mm-hmm.
They do the same thing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not unusual for, and I hear people say that, and it's like, I feed separate. They've got 15, 20 minutes in the pens with feed, and then I turn them back out. And that's all they get, and they're good to go. You know, you can't tell them nothing. They won't listen to you. Don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt them, but don't be afraid to give them a good swat across the top of the head if there's something they're doing and they're not listening to you. I throw rocks because I have a lot of rocks out here. And so when they see me bend down, pick up, when I holler at a dog, if Mona was actually my mare was trotting to that corner because she knew the horses were up at the water lot. So she's trotting over there to that corner, and Mona started taking off after her, and I took off this porch with rocks in hand and running after her, throwing rocks, and she headed off to the pen.
I bet.
On the other side of the property, and I scolded her. And then today, she's real watchy. And Kenny, my mare, was up underneath the oak motte, and she just wanted to lay down. So she lay down. Well, Mona has never seen her do that. So she's sitting on the porch with it, just growling, barking. Her hackles were up, and so I just put my slip lead on her and put her up in the pen. She wanted to go get that mare, and only because she was doing something she's never seen her do before.
Uh-huh.
They're very watchy like that.
Yes.
The barks are deep, and they don't like strangers.
Mm-mm. They're more like working dogs or pets?
They're very much a working dog.
Yeah.
They're sweet and kind. They're highly protective and territorial.
Mm-hmm.
And you've never had a Catahoula?
No, not yet.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you have a lot of room?
I do, yes.
Oh, perfect. They need a lot of room. If you ever can't take the dog with you, or it has to be pinned up all day or something, it's best to have a good 10 by 20 pen with a doghouse in it in the shade. I mean, that's how I would do it.
Okay.
Just to keep everybody safe,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want anything tore up. Because that first couple of years, it's rough. They like to play and chew on things.
Yeah.
But they're highly, highly intelligent.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And they will own you if you let them. They really will.